If you want to know how I almost won a photo competition with this holiday photo, then stick around and I'll tell you how. So, last August I was on a family holiday down in Cornwall, and as always I have cameras with me, I have my drone with me, and as with all holidays I plan pretty much everything in advance. So you can see on my map here that I've got lots of little hearts of places that I like the look of that might be nice to go and take photos at. And one of them in particular was this one, Castle and Dinas. Probably slaughtered the pronunciation for any Cornish speakers, and it looked kind of cool. So if I zoom in on that, you will see that basically it's a beautiful round hill fort, and it's about a 10-minute drive from where I was staying. But the issue being, all you drone fans amongst you will know the Castle and Dinas is here, and New Quay Airport is here. So I was fairly restricted in where I could fly. It looks big on the map, but trust me, the DJI flight app at the time would cut you off anywhere near there, basically. So no more than 100-200 meters from the castle itself. I know that because I tried it after I got the photo. So I had in the back of my mind that if there was going to be a nice evening, I would like to put the drone up and take some photos. So that plan lurked in the back of my mind, and we had a really nice day out. But as we had the nice day out and we're heading back, I could see that the sun was setting in a rather appealing way, and that I was quite likely going to miss it. So I dropped everybody off, jumped back in the car, and drove as fast as the law permits to this location, down this crusty little dirt track, dumped my car in the car park here, and sprinted up a little bit of this path so that I could get the drone up in the air. So what you will see now is me putting the drone up and just moving around to try and find the nice angle, because obviously the sun is just about to set, less than a handful of minutes away, behind the clouds on the horizon. So I threw that up in the air, wandered around in the sky, found my angle that I like the look of, because I wanted to get the sun top left third. So you'll see there all the thirds applying with the sun in the top left. Found an angle where I could get all of the castle in and the sun in the place that I wanted it, and just fired off the shot. Fired off a few shots, to be fair. From start to finish, according to the video files on my DJI Mini 3 Pro, it was about 3 minutes in total from when I put the drone up to when I got the drone back down again. So as you will see, this was the resulting photo, which I was very pleased with. All in all, the planning worked, I would say. Having gone for that spot, I got what I wanted and went back to the house to edit. So I was pretty happy with that photo. It sat on my laptop, I admired it a few times, and then pretty much forgot about it until a month or so later, when History Hit, which is a history service that I subscribe to, announced they were going to have a History Photographer of the Year competition. I think they do it every year. And I thought it might be a candidate. I mean, I'm a subscriber to History Hit. I like history. I've got a great photo of a Cornish hill fort, so I thought I might as well throw it in. Now, I have a couple of reasons for not loving photography competitions. First one is that a lot of the time they're just after people to submit images, hand over their copyright so that the competition runners can use them to their heart's content. The other reason I'm not a fan of photography competitions is a lot of the time now they seem to be social media popularity votes, where it isn't necessarily the best photo that wins, it's just the most popular photographer or the photographer who's begged all their friends to get votes and things like that who wins, and that's not me. So but in this case I didn't really care. It's a nice photo, I was not going to do anything with it. I thought I'll just put it in and see how it goes. So I put it in and forgot about it, and that was that really. I knew that they'd announced the winners sometime in November, but obviously seeing as nobody contacted me, I didn't give it any more thought. Roll on to this week, and I'm messing with the Google search that I have for finding out where my images have gone. Now, sometimes the agency don't necessarily know where my images have gone. Best way to find out about it is to have a Google search running, so it shows up some of the newspapers and magazines. I was messing with that and it popped up that my photo had been shortlisted in the competition, which I wasn't aware of. So I did a bit of delving into the newspapers. So while I know you're perfectly capable of reading, I will read this anyway. From a street that inspired Diagon Alley to waves engulfing a lighthouse, stunning winning images in the 2023 Historic Photographer of the Year contest. And some blurb by the Daily Mail. This one from Dartmoor Cross, like that a lot. Water's nice. Cool little island. A teeny tiny figure of somebody standing in the foreground. Probably the person with the drone, I would imagine. And look! Guess what's third? Behold! Any photo description that begins with the word behold has got to be appreciated. Behold Castle and Dinas. One of the largest and most impressive hill forts in Cornwall, which dating back to the Iron Age, notes the Cornish Heritage Trust. Colin Hart was behind the lens of this magnificent shot, which made the overall shortlist. So there you go. I made the shortlist. Obviously didn't win, but made the shortlist. So just scrolling down, a few more. Bluebell Railway, Lighthouse in the Waves, cool icy shot. That one's Glencoe. Cool, good old Corfe Castle, Clifton Suspension Bridge, and the Shambles. Yeah, there's some cool shots in there. That led me to History Hit's own page, where 22nd November they posted the overall winner, Josh Jury's photo. So the Historic England winner, which was the category I think I was in, was that one from the Dartmoor Cross. The World History winner was that one from Auschwitz. There's the overall winner, Glencoe, Bluebell Railway, as we've seen. Lindisfarne, like that one. There's a nice sunrise, I would guess, based on the angle. Utah Beach, Morton Hall, and look, it's me again. So Castle and Dinas, Cornwall, by Colin Hart. And in, yes, March 1646, Royalist forces did stage a council of war there to decide upon their surrender or not. So it's a photo and it's got the history aspect, which is what I was going for. So all in all, tick the boxes. and was pleased that it got some attention. What would have been even nicer would have been to know that it had got some attention, because I didn't get any email or anything like that to say that I've been shortlisted. I have been back through my emails to check. So yeah, in photo competitions, unless you're the winner, I think you're a little bit bottom of the food chain. There were no really expensive cameras or that kind of gear on offer. The prizes were history books and stuff like that. So yeah, it was one for the history geeks. But it would have been nice to know. So if you're going to enter a competition, be very careful to check the terms and conditions before you enter, as to what they're going to do with your photo, whether you surrender your copyright entirely, and unless you're somebody who's got lots and lots of friends who'll vote for any photo you take, then don't bother. If you're somebody like me who's quite the introvert, and thinks that my friends have got plenty enough things to be doing in life without voting for me in a poll, then just leave them alone. Aside from the Daily Mail, it made it into the Times, and when all is said and done though, it doesn't hurt. It's quite nice to see my photo actually getting some use. I think it was a good one. So I'm pretty happy all in all, to be fair. While I might have liked to have won, I don't necessarily think it deserved it. But then I'm always down on my own photos anyway. So yeah, it was fun to take part. Will I do it again this year? If I can take another photo kind of like that one, then maybe I will. It will probably be a drone photo and probably another location that I've scouted in advance, but we'll see. I'm not busting my gut to go out and take part in photography competitions because life is too busy without that anyway. So yeah, if you want to take part in a photo competition and want some ideas, then let me know. If you want to how to scout on Google Maps, then let me know in the comments below. And if you've taken part in a photography competition, let me know your experiences, because I know some people really love them. For me, I'm really not on my radar, so I'd be interested to get an idea of what it is you think of them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, keep taking photos. If you want to know how I almost won a if you want to know how I